Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and it is Sunday, so that means it is Sketch Sunday, but it's May, so that means it's May I Scraplift You as well. So, that being said, we are scraplifting all of the Sketch Sunday crew. So, today we are scraplifting our friend Carina, and she has this beautiful, soft layout. And so I decided I was going to kind of go soft too. So I have this Heidi Swap storyline chapters project pad. And I am going to use I'm going to use all the papers from that. I think I actually used just the project pad. So Carina has 2 photos. I have 3 photos. They are of a church that we visited in Charleston, and it's beautiful. And I decided that I was just going to get all 3 on this layout. So I am going to trim them down a little bit smaller. Now in Carina's, she has 2 smaller photos as well. So she has kind of a soft salmon-y background. So it looks like the collection she used was These Days, and I don't have much of that left. So I'm really using that one up. Otherwise I probably would have used it as well. So I love that she has this black and white paper, so I'm going to do that as well. And I think she used a scallop punch, but I am just going to be lazy and tear around. So I have this big spot here. I needed to trim it down just a little bit more. And I'm going to put that on top of my soft pink background paper. And then I am going to grab a yellow piece of paper from the project pad as well. So I am really embracing all of Carina's choices. So the scrap piece that I had wasn't quite big enough, but I had a bigger yellow piece of paper in this project pad. So I'm going to go ahead and trim that down into the size square-ish rectangle that I need. Now, my black and white paper is definitely a little more bold. And my photos are a little more bold because they have some very bright blue sky. So I feel like I need to do a little bit something to make it a little bolder. So I will be pulling in a little bit more black. Now I'm looking for something to mat my photos in, and I just pulled one of the, I guess it's kind of a grayish cardstock that is in the project pad, and I am just going to do a simple mat around all 3 of my photos. So everyone in the Sketch Sunday group will be scrap lifting Carina, so all of their links to their channels or Instagram will be linked down below, and then below that will be everybody who is playing along with May I Scraplift You. The master list does have Carina, but you know, it wasn't a requirement. Everybody should scraplift who they want to scraplift. I just gave everybody a little bit of an option if they wanted. So some people may be scraplifting Carina today, others may not. So that is always super fun. So here's where I'm going to pull in that black piece of cardstock. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'll mat the whole layout in the black. But the way that the peachy paper was, it would cut off the writing. I don't know. It just, even if I just took a little bit off, it just wasn't going to look right to me. So I just went ahead and skipped that. And Carina didn't have that in her layout either. But I did feel like my yellow was getting a little lost. So I decided to mat that particular layer with some black cardstock. And then I have all this black cardstock left. So instead of holding on to it for scraps, I decided that I would go ahead and just mat all of my photos in that as well. So all of my photos and that one piece of paper definitely now really pop off the page because of that pop of black behind all of the elements. And I do really like how that looks. It's interesting that something as simple as just adding a black layer or a dark contrasting piece of paper really makes things pop. I think the same is for cut files as well. When you cut them out in black, they definitely just pop. So I am going to snuggle up all my pictures together. She has her pictures layered on top of each other as well. So I'm going to layer all three of those up. And then I am going to grab the, I guess they're sticker sheets. So this particular project pad came with 2 different sticker sheets in it. And so I'm going to grab a journaling block, and I decided to mat that in black as well. And then I am going to start pulling all kinds of florals. And you can see in Carina's layout that she has these beautiful clusters of florals. So she has a cluster on the bottom of each side of her photo cluster, and then one in the middle where they kind of join. So I am basically going to do my clusters in all of the joins as well. So where all of those photos come together, that's where I am going to add all of my stickers. I added the word where, so then that can kind of start my journaling. And I think I add the word then at the not then, when at the end as well, so that can kind of finish my journaling with a little bit of a date. So this cluster to the right has got a couple of florals and a rainbow. The upper cluster has a frame and some words, a heart, and then this one I'm working on right now is mainly just some florals. So I am going to try to keep it in the softer tone. You can see how that sticker sheet has, it's like 2 different sticker sheets, even though it can go both ways. So it's almost like 2 different collections. So you have a brighter collection and then you have a softer collection. So if you're kind of playing with the tone of the softer collection, the brighter ones don't seem to work. But I love this project pad. There are so many stickers on here. There is so much to use. And I am going to, this is definitely one of the collections per se that I have really kind of gone through this month. And so I think what I'm going to do is there's a couple collections that are really close to being finished, and I might just kind of keep those on my desk so that I can reach for them first and see if my pictures would go with that, and try and finish those ones up before I dive into a kit that is still quite full. And then what I think I might do is, if there's just the tiniest bit left, like not even enough to necessarily make a layout, I'm going to take those that I have left and then go into my other collections and see like which ones would work together, and then I would just add that to a bigger collection and then work on that collection. We are moving and I do feel like I have too much stuff. I never in a million years would have thought that I would have said that. And I don't think that I have, it's not that I have too much stuff. I probably just need a better organization to knowing where my stuff is so that I can use it. So that is going to be a major goal when I move into my new room, is different types of organization. So we will see. I will definitely, once that room is ready, give you a little bit of a room tour. So my layout is done. I hope you enjoyed this. I am finishing it off with some gold Mr. Huey's, and it goes on super orange, but it does dry pretty gold. So a couple of close-ups here for you. Make sure you give Carina some love today, and everybody else who is playing along. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and remember to wear your crown, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.